Hello Facebookers, you're shouting from FutureMorphs here. As promised, this is a live video, so before I will answer all the questions, I will wait until some people actually show up, because usually it takes a while, of course. But a couple days ago I posted just a post and I said like, yeah, ask me anything. So yeah, it can be about snakes or breeding, about morphs or whatever you wanted. So I got some questions in, so I will answer them here today on the live in English. If you are a Dutch speaker, then yeah, well, keep tuned, of course, stay with me. But after this is over, so in about, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes, maybe half an hour, then I will go to YouTube and I will do the same there, but in Dutch. So if you cannot speak English and you only want to listen to me in Dutch, that's fine. Then you can do it on YouTube after this. But here it will stay in English. Well, the first person says, Martina says, hello. Hello, Martina. So if you are watching live, then just leave a comment, say hello or wave or whatever. If you have any questions, then also let me know, because even though you maybe did not ask them before in the post, you can ask me here as well. So it is an ask me anything, so don't be shy. Oh, and by the way, today is Thursday, April 11th, and it is 7 o'clock in the evening here, European Standard Time. So if you are watching this and it is not Thursday at 7 o'clock, then it's not live anymore. So you can leave a comment, like that's fine, that's no problem. I will read it, but I cannot answer live anymore, because usually after I go live and I press stop, then yeah, people afterwards say, oh, hello, I'm watching too, but then I'm not live anymore. So, always comment, that's always fine, of course. Well, Corn Breeder 2.0 also says hello, so hello, thanks for watching. The first question that I got, I will start answering, is it was from Manua, and he asked, do you got some snakes for me for free? But I don't. So it was a joke question, he said afterwards, but I thought he was serious. So, well, I don't have any free snakes. That would be a bad business decision. But also at the moment, I don't have anything available. It's also not allowed on Facebook, so I would never offer snakes here. But also at the moment, I don't have anything available anyway. So if you want to know what I have, then just go to futuremorphs.com/morphlist, as always. Sort of a follow-up question, well, not really from him, but multiple people asked me in the last couple, like 2 or 3 weeks, is do you have any adults available? And it's the same answer, no, especially it's breeding season, so if I have adult females and adult males that are ready for breeding, I will just breed with them myself, of course. So, yeah, also that is a no. Ad had a question, and he asked, how does the, it was quite a good question actually, so thanks Ad. He said, how does the sex, or how is the sex determined within the egg? Well, I'm not a scientist or a biologist, but in humans, of course, it's known that the males, well, I say we, but me and all the other guys, we have an X and a Y chromosome, and the females only have 2 X chromosomes, which means that, well, if you do a simple Punnett square, basically, that the guys, the males in humans are the ones who determine the sex of the baby. You cannot do anything about it, of course. It's just either that one or that one that gets it. But anyway, with snakes it's the other way around. They do know that the females are the ones with, well, I don't know if it's an X and a Y, but let's just call it that. So the females are the ones that give the sex to the babies. Especially in corn snakes, there's no outer influence, basically. So for instance, in leopard geckos and in a lot of crocodile species, it's known that temperature also does a lot. So with the temperature you can make more males or more females or a mix. But with corn snakes, that's not a known thing, at least. So with corn snakes, it's just a matter of sort of luck. So I had once in my entire breeding career, but a long time ago, I had a clutch of, I don't remember if it was 13 or 14 animals. It was one of the two, so sort of a normal size clutch. And they were all males. There were no females in. Then people also asked me, oh, maybe it's a temperature thing. But yeah, they were in the same incubator as other clutches. And I did get females from the other clutches. So it's really just random. So basically, if you have 10 eggs, it would be the same as taking a coin and flipping it 10 times. Statistically, you would get 5 males, 5 females, so 5 times head and 5 times tails. But in practice, you can have 10 times heads or 10 times tails, but it's a smaller chance, of course, statistically. It's all statistics. In the meantime, we have some comments. Stefan, Francie, wanneer komt de Corn King met een nieuw plaatje? So we asked, when is the Corn King coming out with a new record? Well, Stefan, sorry, at the moment, Corn King is really busy with breeding season, so I don't think a rap career will really lift off. So yeah, as you know, maybe at least, I think it's 3 years ago now, I recorded some rap songs. So I'm officially a famous rapper at the moment as well. So yeah, we had a Corn song, and there was a Dutch version and an English version and even a remix. So if you want to listen to that, go to either Sound, what's it called? It's not Soundhound. I don't even know where I, wait, now I want to know. What's it called? Oh, it is SoundCloud. Sorry, SoundCloud. So you can find me there. But even better, go to my YouTube page, because I made all the lyrics there available as well. So if you want to rap along with me, I'm not the best rapper ever, but then definitely go to YouTube. Renata asks, are you coming to Antwerp the 28th? I'm not 100% sure. Maybe. I definitely will not have a table there, because, like I said, previous, the last couple of minutes, I have nothing available at the moment, so there's no reason for me to get a table. But maybe I will go there just as a visitor. But I'm not sure yet, because it is about a 45 or 50-minute drive. And it is a nice show, but it's not the biggest show ever, especially this time of year. Yeah, there's not that much offerings probably. And yeah, we just had Houte, of course, a week ago. Yeah, I'm not really sure. For everybody who's watching now, by the way, if you have any questions, just leave a comment. Also, if you just want to say hi, you can also leave a comment. But I will ask or answer all your questions, of course. Let's see. Then the next question we had. Yeah, also multiple people asked me, do you already have babies? Well, no. I will show you something else. Where's my... how can I switch? Damn it. Oh, there. Ha. At the moment, I have 3 clutches incubating, and the 4th one is being laid now. I think she's done. So after this on YouTube, I will show how I will take out the eggs. But yeah, I only have 3 clutches, and the first one is laid the 4th of April. So about a week ago. So yeah. The first babies will be here probably about the first week of June, probably. Maybe even a little later. Usually I incubate a little lower the last couple of years. So it takes about 65 to 70 days before they hatch. So no babies yet. Also a good question I got from Aranka. She asked, when does a corn snake give birth, or lay their eggs, basically, after a mating, mating with a male? That was also a good question. The answer is just not really simple or straightforward. Because the females, they can store the sperm until they want to use it when they ovulate. So it's not a case that, okay, they have a lock now, so the eggs are fertilized at that moment. That's not the case. That's also the reason that you start breeding corn snakes usually somewhere in February or March. But yeah, it can definitely take until June before you get some eggs. That doesn't mean that one pairing will be enough. So usually if you want to get eggs from a female, you mate them a couple times, of course. So also the male that wants to mate, for instance, it stimulates the follicle growth. But yeah, the females, they have little follicles and they have to grow. And once they're big enough, then they ovulate, and then they really fertilize the eggs. And from then it's about 3 weeks. But you don't always see the ovulation. You can see the ovulation. They swell up a bit, so if you think like, hey, my corn snake looks like she had a little bigger meal or something, it can be an ovulation. Usually then about 10 days later or so, or 2 weeks later, they have a shed, so that's the pre-lay shed, and then they lay their eggs about 7 to, well, usually 10 days later, but 7 to 14 days later. So there's not a simple, straightforward answer when they will lay their eggs. But if you see an ovulation, definitely write that down. And especially write down all the sheds. Because if you think, hey, this female shed about a month ago and she sheds now again, it's almost a guarantee that it's the pre-lay shed. Because that's not a shed because they grow, but it's a shed, a hormonal shed. So they are basically getting ready to lay their eggs. So just write down all the the strange things you see, especially the sheds. And if you have like a pre-lay shed, then count between 7 and 14 days, and then you will get the eggs. So definitely always make sure you have an egg box or a lay box in there. So with me, I use. Oh, that's hello. That was a really close up. I just use a 3-liter Braplas box with a little hole and some damp moss. So yeah, the females can just go in and out whenever they want. It is on the heat mat. You can see the heat mat there. So partially it's on the heat mat. And they can just decide whether to go in and out. But they really like something like this to lay their eggs in. Because if everything goes right, it will look something like this. By the way, this is a female scaleless het palmetto, and the male was a palmetto het scaleless. So that's also a nice clutch. At least I have to have some luck, because usually I don't have the worst luck. Oh yay! Oh wait! Oh, I almost put a stupid. What am I doing? I almost put like a filter on my face or something. So yeah, Aranka, I hope that answers your question as well. In the meantime, we have a question from Corn Breeder, I see. Hey Joshua, how about a nice challenge? Don't know what. You can decide. For example, who can eat hotter stuff or eat more spaghetti or something like that? The winner gets a breakfast at Ham or out in September. I don't mind per se, but I don't know who would challenge me in that. I did some hot stuff eating stuff before, but I'm not the best at it, so I definitely won't win. And I should not eat too much anyway, so maybe eating as much as I can is not the best thing. Or is it just a subtle hint that you want to go out for breakfast with me? That's maybe, I'm a guy, so I don't get subtle hints, of course. But maybe that's what what you want to get out of this. I got a subtle hint this time. The last question I got before this live was from Mother Lon. Also a question I do get more often, but she asked me today. She said like, I want to start with a corn snake, and I really like the information, and I saw your YouTube videos and stuff. She said, so do you also do you have a shop, and do you sell terrariums and stuff like that? So can I come to you for all the information and all the terrariums and all the setup and stuff? Well, the simple answer is no. I do not have a shop. A lot of people think that, but yeah, it's just not the case. I am I'm just a breeder. And I also don't have like opening hours or something, because I breed from my home. So I don't have a shop or a facility or something that I breed out of. So it's also not allowed for me to sell animals from my house, of course. And because I have it in my house, I also don't. I don't, how do you say in English, people cannot just come here to look at the snakes and to talk to me and get information, because it's just in my house. So you don't want to have strangers in your house all day, of course. So not a stupid question, of course, because I get it more often. But if you want a terrarium and fake plants and stuff like that, either go to a reptile shop or go to a reptile show or whatever. You can also order stuff online, of course. And then after that is all set up, then you can get the snake from me. Of course, you can pick a snake up from me, but nobody gets in my snake room or something. So that's really just for picking up a reservation. So if you really see an animal like in my YouTube videos or in a picture and say, that's the one I want, then you can pick it up here. But otherwise, I'm sort of closed for the public, basically. Well, that was the last question, I think. I'm looking here, but my laptop is here. So, I don't have any other questions at the moment. So, if some of you are watching now, do you have any questions? Then let me know. Just write a comment. Like I said, anything is possible. So, it doesn't have to be about snakes. But I guess most people know me for the snakes. Let's see, Corp Breeder. Does a female always have a pre-shed, a pre-lay shed? I have 2 really big females. No, it's always there are always exceptions to the rule, of course. I did have it maybe once or twice in my entire snake breeding career that they did not have a pre-lay shed, but it's definitely not common. Basically, some sheds are just sort of almost a given. So after brumation, if they come out of that, they have a shed. They have a pre-lay shed. They have a post-lay shed. So those 3 during the year are basically fixed sheds, not on time, but yeah, they always get them. They sometimes skip the shed after the brumation, but they're not really common. You usually see around February or something, or March or whatever, when it gets a little bit warmer, that yeah, like 80% of your snakes are all shedding within 2 weeks or something. So in theory they can skip it, but it's not really common. So if you think you might getting eggs, and if you think you are getting eggs, I mean, did you put a male and a female together? Because then you basically want to get eggs, of course. Just put in a lay box, like a wet box, then you are definitely safe. So Peter asked, is there a show in Hamburg sometime? If yes, will you be there? That's a good question. I'm not sure. I've never been to a Hamburg reptile show, so either they don't have a reptile show there, or it may be just really small and yeah, it's not worth for me to go there. Because yeah, if I have to drive for like 2.5 hours, for instance, to just spend half an hour there because it's really small, then it's not really worth it, of course. So yeah, I don't know. I think, well, somebody asked before, there's a show in Antwerp, or in Antwerp in Belgium, in about 2 weeks. So that's one of the first shows, and then the first show I will go to as a visitor will be in June, the Houten show. Oh, I see Nicola says, yes, there's a show in Hamburg. Well, Nicola, you can also come in front of the camera to talk about it. She says, well, apparently there's a show in Hamburg, but I was never there. Oh, and Nicola's actually coming up. So, well, tromgeroffel, like, wait, stop, don't get in. I have to announce you first.
Oh, okay.
So, I have a famous guest appearance. Do you all know Nicola from Boo Boo's Snakery? You have to say yes, of course. And if not, then go to Boo Boo's facebook.com/Boo Boo Snakery and follow her too. So, come.
Hello, guys.
Nicola's here. Oh, well, you can go now because Corn Breeder just said it's on June 2nd.
Yes, apparently.
So, well, were you ever at the Hamburg show?
Yes, I was.
Is it a night? It's the big show or a
no,
nice show?
it's not a big show. It's a small show, but it's a nice show. But I have been there once, and I think it was 3 or 4 years ago or something like this. So it's been a while.
Okay.
But
is it worth to drive all the way from here, like 2.5 hours or so, or whatever?
Size-wise, not.
Okay. But Peter, if you live close by, then it is worth it. I just heard. So.
Bye-bye.
Nicola will quickly go again. So yeah, good question. If there are any other questions, just let me know. I know there's a little delay, of course, with what I say and before you see it and then type it and stuff. There's always a little delay with the lives, of course. So if you have a question, then be quick. And otherwise, I will exit the live soon. But I will wait a little bit. Yeah, what else am I thinking? Oh yeah, so for me, but Houten is also on the 2nd, or not? June 2nd? I think that's also the Houten show. Or is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. Peter, no, I won't be there because I will go to Houten. That is definitely closer by and the bigger show for me. So. Well, I see no more comments at the moment. Oh, Corn Breeder says yes, it's also Houten. Haha, I was quicker. So yeah. Thanks for watching. I always like it if it's a little interactive, of course. So thanks for everybody watching and also leaving comments. That always makes it a little more interactive and nice for me as well. If you cannot get enough from me, which I can understand. But after this I will go to YouTube, so in about 10 minutes I will also go live on YouTube, but I will do it in Dutch there. So it's basically the same questions, but I will show you how I take this female and take her eggs out and stuff. So if you like to see that, then definitely also join me there. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.